These 5 new vehicles may look affordable at first glance, but when you analyze total ownership costs over 5 years, the numbers tell a very different story. Today, we're using the TCO-5 framework to break down 5 new vehicles that simply don't make financial sense in 2026. So we evaluate vehicles across 5 financial categories. Number 1, purchase reality, what you actually pay. Number 2, depreciation risk, what value you lose. Reliability risk, unexpected repairs, ownership costs, insurance, fuel, and maintenance. And number 5, exit strategy, which is resale demand. Each vehicle receives a total TCO-5 score out of 100. So in 2026, average new car prices are still near record highs. Interest rates remain elevated compared to pre-2020 levels. Insurance costs have increased nationwide, and depreciation patterns are normalizing after the used car spike. Financing rates have even reached over 60 months terms. And with the 60-month term, you're going to be paying interest on this huge loan, and your car is going to be depreciating every single day while you are paying interest every single day. So you may be wondering, well, I have a low monthly payment, so it's fine. No, it's not fine, because even though you have a low monthly payment, you might be paying a decently high interest rate. And if you're paying that over 60 months, you're going to be paying a lot more in the long run than you think. So the first vehicle to not purchase in 2026 is the Jeep Compass. The first reason being the purchase reality. The MSRP is relatively high compared to its competitors, and there's a ton of trim stacking with multiple trim levels that can be confusing and overall just eat your money up. The second reason being depreciation. The Jeep Compass has a historically steep drop in the first 3 years of purchase. And you compare that to a RAV4 or a CRV, they don't depreciate as fast as a Jeep Compass. Number 3 is reliability. Reliability in the Jeep Compass is below segment average, and it also has historical transmission problems that can be costly in the long run. Number 4 is the ownership. You are going to be required to do maintenance frequently on this vehicle, as it is not the most reliable vehicle on the market, and it also gets worse fuel economy than some of its competitors. The fifth and final reason is the exit, which is weak resale demand. Since there are so many Jeep Compasses and bad reliability and bad gas mileage compared to competitors, there is a very weak resale demand, and nobody is going to really want your car. So it may take it a little while to sell, and it will be worth less when you go to sell it. So the verdict on the Jeep Compass, I am giving it a TCO-5 score of 54 out of 100, because there are simply stronger compact SUVs at this price. So the second vehicle not to purchase in 2026 is going to be the Nissan Altima. The first reason being purchase. Nissan is giving very attractive financing incentives to get you to buy the vehicle and overall pay a ton in interest and later in maintenance, but we'll get into that in a second. Number 2 is depreciation. Sedans are currently depreciating faster than compact SUVs because there is a lack of demand for sedans in the market, which is why we are seeing less and less sedans being made brand new. Number 3 is reliability. As it's very well known, the CVT transmission in the Nissan Altima, and pretty much in every Nissan that has a CVT, it has bad long-term history with reliability, which can be very costly if it goes out, adding to your overall cost if you purchase this car. Number 4 is the ownership. The insurance rates on a Nissan Altima are very high because of it getting stolen a lot. And it also has competitive, but it's not class leading MPG, which again is just another cost to add on to this. Number 5, again, being exit with low resale demand, which will eventually lead to it making it harder to sell the car, and you will get less for the car when you go to sell it. So the verdict on the Nissan Altima will be a TCO-5 score of 58 out of 100. I just believe that the Toyota Corolla and the Honda Civic will outperform this Nissan Altima in long-term value, and overall will be the better buy. Now moving on to vehicle number 3, is going to be the Chevrolet Trax. So the first reason you should not purchase Chevrolet Trax in 2026 is because of the purchase price. This vehicle has a very low entry price, but that will mean that it will come with a very low exit price when you go to sell the vehicle, and it's just not equipped with the best options since it is a lower price vehicle, which can be not so comparable to other models in the segment. Number 2 is depreciation. Because it is a very, very low entry level vehicle, it will lose value very quickly compared to other vehicles. Number 3 is reliability. It is on a fairly new platform, and it also comes with a 3-cylinder turbo, which has not been proven to be 100% reliable yet. I'm not saying it's unreliable. I'm just saying that there's not enough data and time out there to see really how reliable it will be. Number 4 is ownership. Since it is a small turbo engine, you will have some long-term maintenance risk. And again, because we don't have the long-term data for the reliability, we're not sure how it's going to be, and it could end up being costly in the long term. And number 5 is exit. Since it is a subcompact SUV, pretty much the smallest SUV you can get, the market is very, very saturated right now, like we talked about with the Jeep Compass. So it will be hard to sell your vehicle when you are ready. And the verdict on the Chevrolet Trax is going to be TCO-5 score of 60 out of 100. So we are going up on the score, but we are still in a very, very low category here. And overall, affordable upfront will not guarantee affordable long term. And vehicle number 4, I wasn't completely sold on putting it on this list because of the higher trim levels, but I think the Ford Explorer, specifically the base trim level, is going to be vehicle number 4 for not to buy in 2026. First reason being purchase. The base price is competitive, but the problem with the base price is you get all the base price nannies. The base vehicle trim level has those ugly, weird looking amber LED lights that you'll see on the police versions of the Explorer. It also comes with these really small, basic looking wheels, and overall, just not the nicest trim level for the money. But if you get a higher trim, I think it would be worth it. Number 2 is the depreciation. It is mid-tier depreciation. It doesn't depreciate too fast, but it doesn't also have the best depreciation, which is why it's on this list. Number 3, for ownership, the insurance is high, and so is the fuel. Yes, it is a 4-cylinder, but it doesn't get the best 4-cylinder, fuel economy as you would expect out of, a smaller SUV with the same motor. Number 4 is reliability. Reliability can either be really good on these or really bad. So it has mixed long-term reliability history. So it's kind of like a 50-50, take your pick as to what you're going to get. And number 5, for the exit, it has strong demand, but there is very heavy competition. People will buy your Ford Explorer in the long term, but there is a lot of 3-row SUVs that you're going to compete with, making it maybe a hard sell when you're ready. And the verdict on the Ford Explorer, I'm going to give it a TCO-5 score of 62 out of 100. I just feel that there are midsize SUVs that deliver stronger total cost balance. And finally, for vehicle number 5 on this list, it is the Volkswagen Chaos. The reason for this, number 1, is the purchase. There is very competitive MSRPs in the market on different vehicles in the same segment as the Volkswagen. So it seems like the Volkswagen has the highest MSRP out of different vehicles in the segment. Number 2, the depreciation is historically higher than Japanese rivals, and the Japanese rivals honestly have much better and more reliable cars. Number 3, leading into this, is reliability. This has, again, mixed reliability track record, kind of like the Ford Explorer. It's like, yeah, it can either be really good and people will rave about it that you should get this because they've had no issues, and then other people will be like, don't get this because I've had terrible issues with it. So it's kind of a 50-50 take your shot kind of chance. Number 4 is ownership. The parts and maintenance is slightly higher than rivals in the market, and if you have to do a lot of maintenance, that can add up over time. And number 5, exit. This has lower resale strength than competitors because, higher MSRP, mixed reliability will equal lower resale strength, making it harder to sell when you are done. And the verdict for the Volkswagen Taos, I'm getting it a TCO-5 score of 57 out of 100. Just not the best vehicle you could buy. There are plenty of other better vehicles in the same segment out there for purchase. Okay, so what exactly do these 5 vehicles have in common? Well, they all have weak depreciation, average or below average reliability, ownership costs slightly above competitors, and stronger alternatives in the same price segment. And overall, it's just not the best vehicle choices for you. So, if you're shopping in any of these segments, better financial options exist. So, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see a video where I go over the best 5 vehicles to buy in 2026, like this video and comment down below letting me know you would like to see that. Overall, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and make sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss a brand new video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.